Basically, you'll have, thousands of trees, willows, amongst a few native veg that normally grow in that situation.
They literally just take it over, and they can change the courses of rivers, they can cause erosion, they crowd out the native biodiversity, they don't provide the habitat for native animals.
When you sit on a river, it's just amazing.
They really are a very bad thing for Australian rivers. So, particularly in our catchment where we have some of the worst of the willows, the black willows for example, these are very important plants to get out of the environment if you can actually come up with a sustainable plan.
When I was younger I did a lot of paddling, and as my family grew up I wanted to go paddling with my son, and I found the rivers I used to paddle, I couldn't paddle anymore because willows had taken over the rivers.
You see big willow infestations everywhere in southeast Australia. I look at them and it frustrates me because I know that if there was just a bit of effort put in, it would be possible to do something about it.
When I first came down, there was willows that were just clogging up the whole canyon down here, and I remember coming down. It was hard work because it's just willows just clogged up the whole river, and we couldn't move down at all.
From an adventure point of view, I mean, there's rivers that you get to paddle when you go out with Willow Warriors that you would never get to paddle otherwise. It's just a really great way to get into the sport. It's a great way to go out every weekend and meet new people, but it's also a great way to see new rivers as well.
When we first started working on the Colo River, I remember saying to my daughter, I'll give this 2 years. It's 10 years this year, but I think it's around about 140 kilometres of river that we've been treating and monitoring, and for 2 years now we've been having trips where we're not finding any willows.
We then moved on to doing other projects in the McDonald River and the Gross River that are nearby, the Hawkesbury River, and we're also doing mapping projects to work out where other places where black willows are. And that's all the way down to the Victorian border, so on the Murrumbidgee, Goobagandra, Goodadigby, all these really nice sounding rivers, and really great whitewater paddling rivers, because that's what we love doing.
You really get like the practical aspect of seeing results of the work that you're doing, and it's something meaningful. It kind of makes you feel a bit differently about it.
Oh, it feels really satisfying. I don't know why it feels satisfying, but it does, and I guess you're putting something back into the places that you get your pleasure from.
These are volunteers that are going out and working in remote places. They're just seeing an environmental problem, and they've come up with a fantastic solution of addressing a problem that is not being met in any other way.
I talk about it to all the people at work all the time, and they think it's very adventurous that we come out on the rivers and that we're doing whitewater paddling and we get to kill weeds at the same time, and it ticks all the boxes, hey.
Quite a few of the rivers are only paddleable now because Willow Warriors has gone and opened them up and put the willows that they can now paddle them. It's just awesome. People can actually come down and appreciate the river now.
You know, I can talk to my parents about it because they love the conservation side, but then you can talk to the guys in the Rivers Canoe Club who couldn't care less about weeds, about all the exciting rivers that we get to paddle and come in on helicopters that they never get to do. So, yes, definitely, adventure we do.